Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Module 5. That's right, you've officially made it to the end of the course, so congratulations. I would just like to say I've been extremely impressed with the quality of work that I've seen over the last couple of modules especially. I was a little apprehensive about teaching such an intense course in 5 weeks, but I have to say I think you all handled it really well. So you should be really proud of yourself for that. So for this week, for yesterday, you turned in a rough draft of your research paper. The first project that I'm going to work on this week is trying to get some feedback to you for the rough draft, because I think that's what's going to be most useful to you as far as timeliness goes. So I'm going to try to get those done first, so you get that feedback when you're working on your revision for your final essay. Then I'll probably work on the annotated bibs and then do the discussion boards. So don't forget that your final draft of your annotated bibliography is due tomorrow. So use the minimal feedback that I gave you for last week and use the peer feedback that you got to make sure that you're covering everything you need to do. Specifically, if you haven't read through my comments, you definitely want to make sure that you do, because some of you I think if you just read my comments, that's the difference between, a C work and an A work, just from having just simple things. Okay, so make sure that you give yourself ample time to work on both your annotated bibliography and your final research paper this week. I cannot stress enough that, as you're working on your research paper, if at any point you're feeling stuck or you're like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to do, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Now is the time more than ever for us to have a little one-on-one chat, even if it's via email about your research, or you can't find resources or something like that. Sometimes just talking it out really helps in that process. So for this week, you're going to work and finish up your research paper. You're going to do a short recorded PowerPoint presentation as your final oral presentation of the course, so that I can go through and sort of hear what you have to say about what your research paper was really about and what your conclusions were. And then finally, just one short course reflection, sort of going back and looking at all the little pieces that we've done throughout the course and thinking about what, if any, you're going to use moving forward and how you might use that in different contexts. And feel free to be honest, if you thought that the double entry notes were really useful, but at the same time you don't think you'll ever actually take the time to do that, that's fine. Also use that space to comment on, the structure of the course. If there were things that you particularly liked, things that you didn't particularly like, reading specifically, or, the types of discussion boards, that's all really helpful information. Specifically, I know that the group project did not go over as well as one would hope. So feel free to comment on that, because sometimes having the data from you, because you guys are the ones that matter. So if I have the data from the students saying they hated this group project, that gives me the go-ahead to have a bigger conversation about what this class can look like. Okay, so I think that's all I have to tell you for this week. As I said, I'm going to be available as much as possible. Please feel free to reach out, and thank you so much for a wonderful course, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.